This is Nano with GrayBoxx Technologies, and we're going to bring up our GrayBoxx software testing tool. This is a quick tutorial just to bring up the launcher. So we're going to go to our launcher platform, and we're going to bring up our GrayBoxx software testing tool. So we're going to go to Sheets, and from Sheets we're going to bring up our GrayBoxx software stock trading tool. We're going to bring up the total, which has all of our stocks, over 500 stocks in here. And what we're going to do is that we're going to open up the other tools that we normally use. So I'm going to close out all of these existing tools and then bring them up one at a time. We're going to take a few seconds while the tool opens up, because it's loading up over 500 individual stocks that I own and trade. We're holding these long as opposed to day trading and skip trading. So it'll take a second to get the tool initialized. And then once you get initialized, we're going to do a search for tool. Now that the tool's been initialized, we're going to search for a link. And our link's at the bottom of the tool. And the different links that we have are going to bring up just our trading view tool. And we're going to bring up one additional tool that we use, which is the Google Stock. And then we're going to link these three tools together. We're going to do a search for a stock that I have. It's ASML. And then once we find that, we're going to make a copy of that stock symbol. And we can see that here's the name of the stock. The quantity that we own, the price with the forecast, and then the forecast percent, the price that we bought it at, the date we bought it, 1 year high, low, the gain that we have from the time that we bought the stock, 1 year high, the 1 year percent, and the 5 year percent. And this is the whether we're going to who owns the stock, the quantity that person in our household owns the stock. This is our graph. We're going to see the graph is a positive graph. We have a positive 1 year and a 5 year. It met our criteria, and we'll get into that later. This is our radar. When we want to bring stocks together, we put it on a radar with a specific number, a tag, and then we can bring two stocks together so we can see what how those stocks compare to each other. This is the number next buy order, so that'll be a 1. And then the cost to buy it is the buy more quantity times the price per share. This is we have 4 orders, order 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 is already been fulfilled, so we're working down all the things that are in order 2. Order 3 is the third list of stocks that we will buy. And 4 is used to get a position within the order. So if we make this a 0, which means that we put it on the wish list, and then we will find out that in that case it's it should be 6 in the order to buy. So we're going to update that value to 6. So it'll go from 1 to whatever number, and I'm going to put this back as a 1. since I know I own that stock. Okay, then we'll go down to the other fields. And this is the note. Miss Angie did a research, and that's the behavior. This is a number to buy if we're going to buy at a certain quantity. We try to buy it in groups of 100. And then this is the information we would need if we were doing options. And then this is an extra fields we'll need to do some outside research on our stocks. And then we're going to show how to link the tools together. So once we have that symbol, we can go to the Google stock, Google Finance, paste that stock symbol in, hit the search tool, and then look at the ticker for that. And that ticker is ASML, it's on the NASDAQ. The current price is 1,302. And we can see the 1 year percent. Need to have this here so we can see the 1 year percent. It's within the parentheses is 93%. The 5 year is 108. We can go back to our stock tool, see how close we pull those numbers in. Okay, so we should have 88 and 114. Let's go back to here and do the 1 year, which is 93, the 5 year, which is 108. So it's pretty close. We do a different calculation based on the number of days from today backwards. This who owns the stock, different quantities. This is the graph of that particular stock. It's an upward looking graph. The graph is 1 because the percent, 1 year percent is positive. This means that it's a good looking, it met the criteria for green for 1 year and 5 years. We can change those values for different criteria for different types of stock. We want to buy one more. We buy in groups of 1, 3, 5, 7, 10, 15, and 20. So since we own one, we're going to just buy one more. Sometimes we'll put a -1 because it wants to go to 3. From 1 to 3, but that's $1,000 stock, so we put a -1 so that it only issues one more quantity of 1. Okay, if we put nothing in that other box, we'd end up with 2 to get to go to 1 to 3. It's on order 3 as the 6th position. This is who the person that gave us the information, whether it be Trapper or Catfish or somebody else on the web, and then the behavior that was done as a research. And now we're going to go to the Trading View tool. And since we have linked these two tools by the stock price, we can go and paste that here and go into the NASDAQ, and then look and get rid of this free advertising. And then zoom in on the tool, go to a 1 year and do a zoom in, and that's what the 1 year stock looks like. And we can see that where we bought it at. We can see with the next higher high, so it met the higher high and then fell back down. So we predicted what the next higher high was going to be. So that's just a quick tutorial of our GrayBoxx software trading tool. And different color codings means we can tell exactly who owns it. By the color coding of gray means Miss Angie owns it. The blue means that Nano owns it. The gold, Nano and Miss Angie owns that particular stock. The quantity that we own. We have a field that tells us when we bought the stock, the forecast of what the stock is today and what it's forecast to go to. We get that from the Trading View tool. We go to projections. Forecast. The forecast gives us a price target, and then we have to write that down, 1,666, and we put that into our forecast tool. Take that number minus the price that it is today. It'll be forecast to be 27%. Once we bought bought the individual stock, we'll put the bought cost basis, or bought at cost, and then the date that we bought it, and then we'll go and calculate what the gain would be, and then we can use that to update our individual X out of 3 or X out of 4, okay, and calculate a percentage of whether that's a good or a risky stock. And I'm going to end the video here, and then the next one we're going to be working on is looking at a specific symbol and how to sort the columns. Great. This is Nano with GrayBoxx Technologies, introducing our software stock trading tool, GSTT.